I'm Dave Tang, and I'm here with Phil Bullinger to talk about the future of data infrastructure. So Phil, it seems like big data continues to get bigger and fast data is continuing to get faster and bigger. And to add to that, the complexity of workflow is also increasing, where you have the same data sets that are being accessed over longer and longer lifetimes by a multitude of big data and fast data applications. And in this environment, it's important to have scalability and performance, but even more so, performance at scale, don't you think?
Yeah, exactly, Dave. Data center operators today are contending not only with this exponential growth in the volume of data, but it's the variety of data that's changing so rapidly. You mentioned new application workflows, big data, fast data workflows. We're also looking at how to solve the problem of efficiency. It's easy to configure a data center, over-provision a data center to support some of these dynamic applications and workflows, but then of course you lose a lot of your cost efficiency. So it's the combination of agility and efficiency that we see are really where the pain points are at today.
Right, and in today's data-centric world, more than ever, data center operators need a new approach to be more responsive to application needs, as well as to be more efficient. Studies have shown that data centers only utilize 45% of their compute and storage resources.
And it's that efficiency challenge, I think, Dave, that requires a new architectural approach. At Western Digital, we're really promoting composable infrastructure as the way to solve modern contemporary data center challenges like we've been talking about. Composable infrastructure being the idea of physically disaggregating pools of resources, compute, storage, and networking, physically separating them, and then through software, composing them together, orchestrating them in a very agile way to meet application workload requirements. We think it's a much more flexible way of approaching the very dynamic nature of data center and performance at scale.
And that's all enabled by NVMe over Fabric, or what we now call NVMF technology, right?
Yeah, that's right, Dave. Western Digital has developed an architectural approach to composable infrastructure we like to think about as open composability, or what we call OpenFlex. OpenFlex is an architecture of a form factor, an API, and physical products based on NVMF. Four characteristics really define this architectural approach that we think are important. The first one is open. We've developed this from the ground up as an open form factor, a physical form factor for the fabric attached device technology, as well as an open API for the industry to use and to write applications to. We also think about scalability. We want this architecture to truly enable independent scalability of compute and storage resources, and it does that. The third one is disaggregation. So this physical disaggregation of compute and network and storage resource pools that can be then composed or are brought together for application workloads to take advantage of. The final one is extensibility, the extensibility of our OpenFlex architecture to include both flash and HDD technology. So with this, we're bringing to market a family of fabric-attached devices that can be either flash media for very high-performance applications or HDD media for capacity and big data applications as well.
Right, and beyond those capabilities, we provide breakthrough levels of efficiency. As measured with TCO, we provide a 40% improvement over hyperconverged alternatives at about half the initial investment to begin to build out the infrastructure. But you know what? It's beyond just hardware, right? In terms of agility, 70% of users fail to meet their own SLAs. So this really emphasizes the need for that open API to allow an ecosystem to create more nimbleness in orchestrating and managing the system, right?
That's exactly right, Dave. It's that agility, the ability to dynamically compose infrastructure for workloads and applications that makes OpenFlex such an important architectural advance in the industry. And it does pivot around that open API work that we're doing. We're working with an ecosystem of partners and customers and the industry standards bodies to ensure that this open API associated with OpenFlex is available to the industry.
This is really exciting, Phil. As a leader in data infrastructure, Western Digital is committed to driving new levels of scalability, efficiency, and responsiveness for data center operators. And the OpenFlex architecture promises to define the next generation of data infrastructure for tomorrow and well into the future. Thanks for watching.